Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to the AV Club podcast. My guests this week are two people near and dear to my heart. I love to mess with these guys. A couple of my favorite people in the world. Really grateful that they could make it. They zoomed in. Actually, it's the first Zoom podcast we've had, and it worked really well. Last week we couldn't get a guest, unfortunately, because of the snow apocalypse here in Texas. The roads were frozen and snow everywhere, of course, and the power went out. So couldn't Zoom, couldn't get anybody in the studio, and so we just kind of had to roll with it. But this week we got two great guests, and they are Brendon Clough and Zach Villa. Brendon Clough is my college roommate, great friend of mine, one of my best friends, and then Zach, of course, my brother, my older brother. There's not much I could say about this one. Cool stories, funny stories. These guys they're hilarious. I love hanging out with them. I love getting to talk to them. And we had a really cool conversation and a lot of storytelling, a lot of joke making. This is a good one. So thank you guys for tuning in, and I hope you enjoy. We're live. No funny business, B.
Hey, I'm never funny.
That's true. All right. Cheers, guys. This is going to be a good one. It's going to be a good one. I love making that noise into the microphone.
Sure, people love listening to it too.
What are you drinking, Brendon?
It's this, I forgot what it's called, honestly.
It's called Sissy Juice.
It's called Crook and Marker. It's blackberry lime flavor. Made for sissies, but just as delicious for me.
Oh, that's good.
Hey, does your uncle still have that distillery or whatever? The Pink Duck one?
Yeah, he still does. That's some good stuff too.
Yeah,
it's been a long time.
Dude, plug it, man. You're on a show. Plug it.
Hey, Pink Duck vodka only available in the Kansas City area.
So if you're ever in the Kansas City area,
all your Kansas City listeners, go get it.
I think there's one, but he lives in Texas now. Actually, Dallas. It's you.
So he's not a Kansas. Oh, shoot.
It's you. B, what'd you do earlier for a workout? You sent me that Snapchat of you doing push-ups. What was the rest of your workout that you forgot to Snapchat?
Well, I warm up with some cardio on the treadmill.
Mm-hmm.
I did like a little over half a mile, beginning and end. And then I just did some random like back and by, because it's always back and by day.
Yep, that's true. I'm glad you didn't go there just to do those 16 push-ups and then just leave after you sent me the video. I counted 16.
I was going to do 15, but I wanted the last one with the wink.
Okay.
You work out today? Oh.
No, that's all right.
Oh.
What's up, nerd?
Did you work out today? I didn't get a video from you.
Yeah, I don't like to show off. I don't like to like
You send me one every day.
No, I don't. I tend to not, brag about my workouts. No, I did a workout. Yeah. Probably whatever you did, I probably did double. Just for like a frame of reference. No, I did. I've started a new workout system. I do, instead of like back by, chest try, I do push days, pull days, and leg days. That way I'm still hitting all the body parts twice a week, and they're similar movements. So it's not like I'm doing like opposite movements. It's new. I've never done this split before, but I like it so far. It's cool. I've been doing a lot of research on it, and like I'm trying to get volume, add mass to my body without adding as much fat as possible. I'm not like overeating or anything or bulking. If like the goal isn't to get like huge, it's just to add muscle that I lost during that marathon training. So it's been working pretty well. I mean, and I'm taking creatine. Creatine helps a ton. I haven't seen really much bloating at all from that. So it's pretty cool. I really like it.
Nice. I've been lazy lately, so I'm trying to get back into it.
Brendon, I want to know is how your apartment did during the ice storm. The
I would say suboptimal. That's the word I would use.
Wow.
We're pretty much had 4 days straight of no power, so it got really cold.
What was the lowest it got?
Well, the problem is when the power goes out, the thermostat turns off, so we can't see. But when it came back on, it was 50. So
dang.
I don't know how low it got, but at least 50.
Yeah. Holy crap.
Yeah.
Ours got to 56. That was the lowest I saw it get
That's
to.
pretty dang cold though, too.
And we luckily Daniel's grandparents, they live on the other side of town, and we went over there because they were in Florida, and they live in like a 55 and up year old development area. And so I don't know, whoever controls the power grid in Texas was making sure that they had electricity. So it would only go off every few hours. Honestly, every probably like 6 or 7 hours, it would go off for like an hour or two at a time. So we were golden over there. It was cool.
I bet Zach had power the whole time.
That's
The
true.
whole time, dude. It doesn't matter anyways, man. Doesn't matter anyways.
That's messed up.
Dude, we're always chill over here, so the weather doesn't affect us. The cold.
I bet your dad controls the Granbury grid.
No, I think it's because we're close to the hospital and the school, honestly.
Oh, that's true. More so the hospital, right?
Yeah, the hospital. They couldn't care less about the school, but the hospital,
Right? Is that
they got to keep that one on.
Well, I live right by the hospital, and I got nothing.
Oh,
He
dude.
walks to the hospital every day.
I walked.
Did you just
It was -9 on the wind chill, and I still walked.
dang, just to get warmer, just to shift?
Just because I didn't want to drive in it.
But I'm saying like the hospital's warm though, right? Like their power's not going off.
Oh, it's very warm over there, so it was nice.
Why do you
Stayed late.
sleep there?
I
They got a lot of
should've.
beds.
They have that extra room you always talk about. You said, like, it's like a
898 bed
hotel room.
hospital. All the extra beds were full for people staying overnight. So
Oh, makes sense.
Is that really a thing?
yeah, all the nurses and everything that don't want to drive home.
Wow. That's
Are there
pretty
ever
cool.
pharmacists on call? Like emergency, like pharmacy emergency?
Not here. I think maybe at a smaller hospital or something. Yeah.
Makes sense.
Dang,
Makes sense.
dude.
Didn't you say they keep some leeches on hand every once in a while?
Yeah, we like to leech the patients every once in a while just because.
Not even for medical purposes, just because it's fun.
Just because, honestly, it's just we draw the names out of a hat every once in a while. It's a little known fact of the hospital system.
Could you imagine a doctor prescribing somebody 3 leeches? I'm going to prescribe you 4.5 leeches.
It's good for COVID though, so.
Dang.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Zach, where would you have to pick up the leeches from instead of a pharmacy? Because Brendon doesn't have those. They don't carry
Can
those in the
Zach-
pharmacy.
Honestly, I don't do it. So Zach, if you could explain just kind of the whole process, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, what you want to do is find a riverbed that's at least 40 degrees, but it can't be any more than 80 degrees warm as far as the water goes. You're going to stick your hand in there and wait till you feel some numbness, because that means the blood is leaving your hand at an accelerated rate, and then you can start just picking them off your hand, and that's how they do it. Most of the time they want to
Can
What's
you
that?
feel numbness?
feel numbness.
Unless you a zombie.
I don't know. Touche, dude. I don't know what to say to that one.
God, you didn't have to roast him like that, dude.
I didn't mean to. Look.
He's going to the soap.
Zach, what are you drinking?
Terramana and that pineapple juice.
Oh, you did mix it?
Yeah.
Dude,
That's risky.
it's good, B. It's literally pineapple juice, agave, and tequila, and a little bit of lime juice. It's super good.
Sounds good. I like pineapple juice in drinks.
Yeah.
I don't like pineapples though.
What about lime juice?
Lime juice, limes, any part of the lime really, except
Wow.
except the outside.
So not any part, just
Just
Hey, Aaron,
the regular.
interior.
Remember? Dude, we got to set them up, man. If we're trying to cancel them, we got to set them up. What about the Me Too movement? How do you feel about that?
What are your thoughts?
I agree.
You agree with which part?
All of it. Hey Zach, what are your thoughts on the Middle East?
I would say it's not as far east as China, but it's not as far west as here. That's my thoughts on it.
That's honestly a good point.
That's a good point. I hate the bad parts, but I love the good parts about it, you know?
And you know what's funny is that in college, before you were there, we tried to do a podcast. Like I just wanted to record one, like just on my old computer,
Mhm.
and we were just all in the living room. Do you remember that, Brendan? We were just, and it turned into like the worst podcast ever. It was just like 20 questions. We just went around the room asking people. It was so dumb. I don't know if you remember that, Brendan, or not. But.
That sounds like us. So
yeah.
You know, it's actually funny. Me and Brendon did that too, except it was recorded.
Mm.
And it turned into more of an interview. I remember asking Brendon about, I was like, Brendon, so tell me about pharmacy school. And it was like an interview, and he wasn't nervous at all. Maybe a little bit, but it was fun. I enjoyed it.
Dude, let me tell you, interviews and all that stuff, it seems like you see it all the time and you have conversations all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And then so you see it and it's not like, you're like, oh, it doesn't look that hard or it's not that hard. But actually doing it is such another thing. I remember in high school, we just had a camera and I had to interview a teacher, and it was stupid. Only like 4 people were going to see it. Me, the person editing with me, and like the teacher, and then the person that was grading it. And I got up to the teacher I was going to interview, and my hand was shaking like that because I got so nervous. It's a weird thing whenever you actually have to do something on the spot like that.
Yeah, that's funny. Have you ever had to interview anybody, B? This is an interview.
Not anything like that, I don't think.
Yeah. How are you guys with like public speaking or like speeches, like in college or high school, having to take a speech class? Are you guys cool with that? Are you guys down with that?
No, I don't like having, I don't like having somebody tell me what to write, and I don't like it 100% prepared. Like if I have to read off a paper, I hate it. But if it's like, if it's something I want to say, it's not like, tell me about your dreams or something, Yeah. But I always did all right. I always did pretty well in speech classes and stuff.
I'm getting better, I guess, because I have to do it all the time at work. So
what? That's
what?
Cool.
What do you have to do?
Give presentations over different random things, like once a month.
It's like because you're still kind of like in training. Is that why?
Yeah.
Is that a thing? Real, like not real pharmacists. You are a real pharmacist, but is that a thing? Like,
no, I get what you're saying.
Like,
it's not that common, I wouldn't say, but sometimes.
They just have you do it just cause.
Yeah.
God, that's lame, dude.
I know, dude.
Where are you applying to? Where you want to go? You want to stay in Dallas or what?
Yeah, I'll start in Dallas, but if that doesn't work out, I'll spread out, see what happens.
How far are you willing to spread out? And what areas?
I don't know. I don't know. I gotta ask Caitlin Briner, and then she gives me the thumbs up or thumbs down.
That's cool, bro. I respect that.
Is it Briner?
Yeah. What do you think it was?
I thought it was Brenner this whole time.
There's an I in there.
What did you think it was a silent I?
No, like Brenner, like how we used to say breakfast for dinner. We just put the BR on the dinner.
So you thought it was. Speaking of Brenner, though, that's good stuff.
I know, those are the days, man.
When's the last time you had Brenner?
We have a little waffle maker, and we made some waffles the other night.
B,
I'm gonna power back.
I'm gonna send you this guy's YouTube channel. His name is Remington James. Shout out. He's a Texas guy. He's from Houston, or I don't know if he's from Houston, but he lives in Houston currently. And basically all he does is make like anabolic meals. And so he makes like anabolic waffles, essentially just high in protein, low in calories. And dude, you would love this stuff, man. Because I've started making the pancakes. It's like cottage cheese and then like almond flour, baking powder, and then like stevia. And it tastes so good. It tastes just like anywhere else you get it.
I'll be honest, that doesn't sound that good, but I'll trust you.
What doesn't sound good about it?
The cottage cheese in my pancake.
You would never know the difference. I promise you.
Already know.
I got cottage cheese because I was doing research on like foods, and that's like high in protein, low in like calories and stuff. And so I hadn't had it by itself. So I was like, I'll just get it and try it. Dude, I take a bite. Oh, it's so disgusting. It's horrible. But in that mix, it's good. Like you can't taste it. It doesn't taste like cottage cheese because you're like blending it up, and there's like vanilla extract and like sweetener, 0-calorie sweetener in it. It's good. It tastes. You would never know the difference.
I don't know.
Yeah, you don't know.
Exactly.
Zach, would you eat a pie if there was cottage cheese in it?
Yeah, man, for sure.
No.
There's not a lot of types of pie I wouldn't eat, man.
All right.
Mud pie.
Dude, I used to eat. What is it? It's not pie, but it's I used to eat dirt and worms. You know what I'm talking about, with the pudding, the chocolate pudding, and
custard,
the pudding, and the pudding, and the Bill
Cancel
Cosby.
him. Cancel him.
Canceled.
That's Bill Cosby, dude.
Oh, dude,
too soon.
You're talking about not the put. Are you talking about pudding, or are you talking about
pudding?
custard?
No, pudding, Oreos, and gummy worms. I mean, they did it at the custard place too, but when you're a little kid, they call it like you know how like there's ants on a log.
That's not a thing.
They call you don't know about ants on a log either?
No, I know about that. I've seen it on The Office.
What is it?
It's whenever you have celery with peanut butter, and you can put chocolate chips, or you can put raisins.
Oh, that sounds gross. Celery is disgusting.
Okay. When you're a kid, you love it.
When you're a kid.
No, I've never been a kid.
That's true, dude. That's true.
One time,
hey, Brennan.
Oh, go ahead, Zach.
No, you're gonna say it better.
I was gonna say. What? Anyways, I was gonna say. I just started thinking about the speech thing again, and one time I was in college at Weatherford, and dude, I did not prepare the speech at all. I think I wrote it like the night before the class, and it was a night class. Oh, so I wrote it all the way up until the class started, right? So it started like 7. And I had no idea what I was going to do to like intro, because the person that went before me had like a weak intro. Like he was just started talking, and the professor was like a really, really strange dude. His name was Doc. Like he had us call him Doc, D-O-C. And
yeah,
it sounded like he was intentionally trying to speak professionally all the time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was like the semantics of what you are saying are incorrect. Like every single word he said was, so obviously it wasn't like an act, but it sounded fake. Yeah. And so he told the kid that went before me, he was like, you didn't catch anybody's attention, and they were all sleeping. Your intro was poor. Like he was straight up. He didn't care. Yeah. And so I went up there, I had my paper, and I was shaking like pretty bad. And then I took a deep breath, and I had no idea what I was about to do. And then I just took my hand and I slammed it against the whiteboard, like hard, like loud AF. And everybody jumped up.
Yeah. And
I was like, car crash could happen at any moment, and you'll never.
Oh, nice. That's good.
He loved it, dude. He clapped for me when I was done. The rest of the thing was bad, but like he clapped for me when I was done. It was the funniest thing ever. I was like,
you know who hated that? The kid that went up right before you, dude. He hated that. He probably hated that speech.
That's something I would do to ruin someone else, and you did it.
That's something I would do too, and I did it.
When I was a freshman in high school, I forgot about a speech we had to give, but it had to be like 30 seconds. It was just like an oral presentation over a chapter you had. It was really easy. And that day, so I walked in the class, and we were the last one to present. And so I was like, dude, what? And then I realized like a couple minutes into class, mom came in. She was substituting for an aide. So mom was in the class with me. And so I go up there, I had nothing. I read the chapter, so I was just going to riff, right? And so I go up there, mom's up there, our mom's watching, and then the teacher and all the kids, 25 kids or whatever. And then I get up there and I riff so well I'm having a great moment. I riff so well, and I brought a paper with me, but I had nothing on it, and I acted like I read it so that it seemed like I was doing it. And then I put it down, and after I was done, and I did a good job, and the teacher was nodding and stuff, right down the grade. And I put the paper down face first on my leg, and the kid in the front row said, "There's nothing even on that thing." And everybody started laughing. And,
that's crazy.
And then mom was like, "Yeah, what are you doing?" But
dude, how crazy is that mom used to be a substitute teacher?
I didn't know that.
I forgot about that. I haven't thought about that in years, but yeah, I want to say I've had her I don't remember if I had her as a teacher, but I was like a troublemaker student. Like I'd always cut up in class. And so I think she knew that. And so I think she intentionally tried to not get me as a student.
Dude, not even mom wanted to deal with you. That's messed up, man.
I'm serious, dude. I would mess with my teachers, like me and usually whoever else was in the class up until like, no, honestly, all the way through school, I would mess with my teachers. It was fun, but yeah, I don't remember having her as a teacher. I remember having Daniel's dad as a sub, and he would always like hook it up with like good grades or like he was pretty good at like throwing the assists with like the girls. It's pretty funny.
Dude, they shouldn't. I don't think subs should be allowed to grade, huh?
Yeah,
I don't know.
No, why would they be allowed to grade? They don't know anything about like what you've got. They have like a brief summary of what you've gone over and what they need to say. Like, how do they? Unless it's like a multiple choice, I guess they can grade it. But
one time I had a sub for 6 months, dude. It was nuts.
Dude, not a sub.
Too. Yeah, pretty much just the teacher then.
Oh, you upgraded and it's unlimited minutes.
Nice. It showed you guys.
Dude. Yeah. This is gonna be an infinite podcast.
Nice, dude. It said that. It did say that. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So we're cool. We don't have to stop. I didn't upgrade, but all right.
You can literally talk forever.
It's gonna be a marathon podcast, dude.
Ready? Go. I think the record podcast time is 36 hours.
Oh,
how long have we been going?
Probably about 35 minutes, close to 40 minutes.
Are you serious?
Well, me and Brendon were on way before you.
Yeah, you were late.
So
is that going to be in it?
I'll look at it. It just depends.
Yeah.
Hey Zach, what percentage of 36 hours is 35 minutes?
Oh, that's really easy. That's 1%.
I don't know if that's even close or not.
No, see, if you just say a confident answer, then people are gonna. If you just say it's easy and a confident answer, people are gonna back down a little bit from it.
That's a good call because I didn't think you meant it, but part of me was like, maybe
he meant it.
Dude, I gotta tell you, man, this is the perfect format for Brendon because his blue eyes are popping off the screen right now, man. Can we go back to Brendon? Can you say something else?
Say something, Brendon.
I don't. Now you're making me nervous.
Hey, did Billie Eilish write Ocean Eyes about your eyes or what's going on, man? With those over there. Goodness gracious.
You know that song, dude?
Yeah, kind of. A little bit.
In college, me and Brendon would always go to the rec, probably like later in the night, probably when the sun was already down around 7 or 8, whatever. And we would always listen to Khalid. What song was it, B?
Young, Dumb, and Broke.
Yeah, Young, Dumb, and Broke. We would listen. Somehow it'd either always come on the radio. No, it wouldn't. Brendon would select the song on his phone and say, all right, this is completely random, putting on shuffle, and then play the same song every time. It was always Young, Dumb, and Broke. And then what was the other one, B?
That we listened to that Halsey song, but we never learned the words. We just learned the one little part.
Dude, speaking of Young, Dumb, and Broke, whenever somebody like would say that they're poor or something would happen, Brendon would ask, like, he would say, I'm more poor than anybody because I have all this student debt or something like that because he had like, I don't know, however many thousands. And
it's true.
He would
it's true.
But he'd also be the guy that said he doesn't believe in love at first sight unless you're a heart surgeon.
Wow.
That's deep. Stand by that.
That one is deep.
I stand with that.
You're a stan?
Yeah.
That's fine, dude. You'd realize that, dude, the closer we get to 30 and beyond is the more pop culture references we're just not going to get. Like, there's going to be something in like a couple, like I already don't get some stuff.
I went and Googled recently, like the new phrases, because I wanted to use one just to be annoying. So
that's funny.
That's where I'm at.
Well, which one did you learn?
Well, my favorite one right now is my friend Taylor, aka was that Abilene Zach?
Abilene Zach.
He said that's cheeks all the time. And I think that's hilarious.
Really?
Yeah, he's like, you say something dumb, he's like, that's cheeks, bro. And it's dumb, but I love it.
That's funny. That's that one's not very new.
Oh, shoot.
Just, you know, you should do, Brendon, start using old ones, ironically. What's the old ones?
Well, Aaron used to always say no boost, but like would
No
use
boost.
it in any way.
No boost and no cap.
No cap is huge right now.
That's a big one right there.
Yeah.
What's another big one? Bet.
Brennan, hey, instead of just do things that are really close to those. Don't do that. It's like instead of no cap, say no hat or something like that. Or
No top.
instead of bet, say wager. I don't know, man. You're creative. You come up
Wager.
with
You know, Zach always says these weird things like stones throw away and stuff like that. He like calls animals weird names.
Like what?
I forgot them all. Zach, come on.
Shoot, man, I got to see one, dude. I don't think I can see right now with your beautiful eyes.
God, blinding us. That's funny. What B, what do you do in Dallas? Like, of course, not in the past week, not during quarantine, I guess, but what have you done? Because when we visited, we just went and saw that show. Remember, we saw Joey Diaz.
That was a long time ago now.
Yeah. That was cool though. That was
I mean,
really
I
fun.
haven't done anything lately because I'm trying to wait it out, but there's like a Top Golf right down the road.
Dang.
Or like Rangers, Mavs stadium's right down the road.
Oh.
Rangers not far.
Zach, remember how I told you Mark Cuban was giving away random tickets?
Mm-hmm.
Brendon got one.
What? How?
Well, okay, so I like signed up through work to get one, and I didn't actually win, but my friend won, and then he couldn't go, so he offered him up to me. But that was Snowmageddon, so I said no.
Oh, dude,
that sucks, man.
And it was against a good team. I can't remember who it was.
Pelicans.
You know how the seats were? How good they were?
Maybe. No, but I didn't care.
Yeah.
Dude, I know. If you get a ticket for free, then it's like unlimited food. You pay as much as you would have paid for a ticket in food.
Yeah, that's true.
That's what I think.
Oh, I bought Mavs Rockets tickets like right before COVID started, and I just I'm waiting to replace those with a different game.
Brennan, you moved to one of the the biggest cities in Texas, and probably one of the top, however many 20 biggest cities in the United States, right before a pandemic hit. So you haven't been able to experience it, huh?
Not really. I mean, I don't really go and do a whole lot of stuff anyway.
Do you have a friend group there that's like down, like your Lubbock friend group?
Randomly, we have an apartment complex group, and it's a pretty good group.
That's cool.
I mean, nothing will compare to the Granbury group though.
Yeah, I know. We'll get a podcast with everybody in there. That'd be fun. But it sucks that we're like so far apart because we can make the time to do it. We just haven't yet, but we need to get together and do it in person because that would be freaking fun.
Yeah, that would be a good time.
We'll go visit you sometime.
Do you think you'd be more nervous for that, Brendan, or do you think you'd be more nervous for this one?
I think in person I'd be more nervous.
Dude, yeah, I mean, I've only done like 3 of these, but the first one I was pretty nervous for, and I also didn't know the guy very well. He's the pastor of the church that I attend here, and I didn't really know him. Like, I knew him through church. I've met him a couple of times, shaking his hand, and I've had coffee with him once, but like I had no idea and what to expect, and it was so cool. The only thing is that camera on the side, when it's like in person, it is a little bit intimidating, but you just gotta kind of forget about it. It's cool.
It's a trick just focusing on the actual conversation. That's what I figured. You'll get in like the rhythm of it.
That's why I guess it's a little different over Zoom, but over in person, I really find that it helps both parties, me and whoever the guest is, if we're kind of already talking, because I have to turn the camera on and then I have to start the audio before I say, okay, we're live. And so once I do that, I'll be like, give me like a test, like what's your name? Tell me like a audio test little situation. And then I'll just be like, so dude, like, what have you been up to? And then that starts it. Like, as soon as I know the audio is good and the camera's rolling, then we're rolling. So it's not like, okay, we're live. It's like, oh, let me get a little test to make sure your audio sounds good. And then I kind of distract and get away from that aspect of it. And then it's just easy money from there.
Yeah.
It's so cool though. In person, it's like you get lost. My camera, unfortunately, only does 30-minute recordings at a time. But if it didn't, I promise you the first three podcasts I had they probably would have been 2-3 hours. It's so easy to just talk once you're like in the flow.
Dang.
And there's a lot of just things to be said. Everybody has, something to say and something they're passionate about, and whether it's their story or whether it's what they do for work or whatever. And it's so cool. It's really fun.
Probably especially with people you don't know as well, right? Because you have all these different avenues you don't know about if you can ask questions. I know so much about you two that, it's hard to find something new, but with somebody different in the mix, it's, you can just go on for days.
But that's the thing, is like a lot of this is, especially with people I know, like I do relate this back to, it's not like it's on any sort of realm of the Joe Rogan podcast, but that's kind of like the inspiration with this. And so he never has like a prompt. He never has anything written down. He's just always curious, and he'll have his best friends in there, and has nothing, like there's never like a dull moment. And so that's the thing I'm still trying to figure out, is like with people, like, okay, instead of asking them, okay, what do you do for work? It's like, so what you been up to? But also it's like, it's a little different because they all have these platforms and people already know them. And so the conversation is already attractive to others who might not know the guest, or even if they know the guest, they're like, oh, I'd like to listen to see like what he's been up to, just because it's a famous person,
Yeah.
So it's pretty cool. Pretty cool. I like it. But in person, I don't get to do this.
Oh, nice, dude.
God, B.
Is that going to be pixelated?
That's going to be pixelated on my nipples, and Brennan's ocean eyes are staring right at him. I saw that.
Hey, dude, stop drowning us in your ocean eyes, man.
I didn't look. My ocean eyes were
whatever,
like
dude.
They're like this.
Oh, so you admit you have ocean eyes?
He said my ocean eyes are like this.
That's funny, dude. Goodness gracious.
Zach, when did you get that chair? I've been thinking about that during this call here.
Christmas, dude. It was a good gift. It was something I didn't expect to get, and then I got it. Those are the best ones. I wasn't even thinking about chairs,
Well, he put on his wish list B. He wanted a kitchen chair, and we were like, what do you need a kitchen chair? We have a full set. And then my mom was just like, a kitchen chair, like a dining set.
Oh,
like,
but for his room?
Before his room, yeah. He's like, I just want one kitchen chair. They're comfortable, and I like food, so it makes me kind of reminisce on the good times. And then she just got him the gamer chair because it's makes more sense. But
that's a Tina move.
That's a Tina move. Hey, check this out, B. Hey, don't be jealous. Please don't be jealous. Look at this.
Haven't you had that for a while?
God.
When he started getting it around Christmas.
This is my show. Don't roast me, please.
He asked for extensions, and that's what he got.
You see it?
Yeah, I can see it.
It's real. It's human hair.
Is it your human hair?
My human hair, ocean eyes.
I prefer blue eyes, white dragon still.
Who called you that? Who used to call you that?
Just me.
You call yourself that? Dang, that's funny. Dude, I remember one time I don't remember how old I was. I remember you guys were playing basketball at the time on the same team. This was before high school, I'm pretty sure. One of the rare moments when like AMS, GMS meet up and you guys are like on the same tournament teams, like kind of when that world starts to happen. Two rival high schools in the town combined, or middle schools. And I remember afterwards we went to Fuddruckers or CC, some place like that. And, we happened to be there, our family, Zach. And I remember you guys made like, dude, it was Brendon. It was Eddie Babby. It was
Tim White.
I'm name dropping. Tim White was there. The whole crew, Pinson was there. And I remember you guys made this gross drink. You know how like you would always pour like others' drinks into one cup and you'd be like, here, you drink it. Nobody ever drank it. But I remember you guys.
That sounds like CC's to me.
Dude, and you know what else they did that I just didn't get? I just never got it, and it grossed me out. At the end, after everybody's done eating, and at least they'd wait till everybody's done eating.
They would kiss each other.
Yeah, dude. They go to the stall, right? And they say, let's play this game. Let's play this game called Chicken. No, they what they do is they get the food that nobody ate and they just make this monstrosity in the middle of the table. And I was full because I just got done eating, obviously. And they would just make this like they put like mustard in the
Dude, that's what it was.
Macaroni, and the macaroni on top of the mashed potatoes, and mashed potatoes with carrots, and then they put the dessert and the sugar and then the salt. Oh,
and then the pudding and the pudding pop.
You're talking about Mount Crushmore.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's what it was. I remember that very clearly, and it was disgusting. And then I remember one time Brendon was mean to me, man, and I never liked him after that.
Is that real?
Yeah, that was real, man. You made me mad one day, and I was like, "Oh, I don't like."
What did I
guy.
do?
I don't remember that part's not very clear. You probably was just like, "Hey, how you doing?" And the rest is history.
Yeah, Aaron, you had an attitude problem when you were a kid, a little bit.
I know, dude. That was wild. Remember that one time I punched you in the face?
Dude, I have bite marks. I have scratch marks when we were really, really little. All kinds of scars from you, emotionally and physically. For the most part.
Yeah, he's cool. I remember one time, dude, Maldi happened to be with us, Ryan Maldonado, and we're just name dropping all the time here, but Ryan happened to be with us at the house, and Zach did something to make me so mad. We were mad at each other, but he did something to make me mad, like set me off. And I just remember in the living room, I was like, dude, we're about to fight. Like, I don't remember if I said that out loud, but like it was kind of known just by the energy in the room. And Ryan was holding either me or Zach back.
We were wrestling, and then whatever happened, and then
it just got intense.
It just got intense, and then I don't know. I don't know if I was.
He had your arm holding you back.
Yeah, I guess so.
Because no. I think he was holding me back because you didn't rebuttal, like you didn't attack back. Because I remember you were like, punch me in the face. You like invited me to punch you in the face.
Yeah.
And I did. I punched you twice, I think, but like quick, but it wasn't hard, but it was enough to where like I punched you in the face, and it was the first time we had ever done anything like that.
Nice.
Like physical, like throwing punches. And I was like, holy crap, he's not going to throw anything back. That's what freaked me out the most. Not the fact that you like took it, but I was like, he's not going to hit me back. And so,
you know what's crazy? I somehow, in my anger, I was so angry that I wanted you to hit me for some reason. I was never going to hit you back, but I was like, in my anger, I was like, hit me for some. I don't know why. That was my defense mechanism.
Yeah,
that's an insane defense, but
it was weird. It worked. It freaked me out, and I hit you, and then nothing happened, and so
oh shoot,
I went into my room, which is the room you're in right now, and I punched a hole in the wall right behind your computer.
Yeah,
I was so mad. I punched a hole in the wall.
Those were the days. Brendon, you and Lauren never fight like that?
Never.
Not too late, dude. Too late.
It's messed up.
It's really not.
You need to fight her over the way she says milk.
That's a good point, though.
Tell her she's from.
For the audience, Brendon, will you give an impression of your sister saying milk?
I don't know about that.
Come on, just one, dude.
All right, she says milk with an E.
With an E.
With an E. It's an I.
She has a Wisconsin accent sometimes.
Yeah,
a little bit of this, a little bit of that.
Yeah, a little more of that than this, but yeah,
a little more of that than this, but some this.
Yeah,
some that.
So, Brendon, what's something that you present? Yeah. Like, what's your latest presentation over at your work?
My latest one was to a group of new nurses about just medications they might give in the ER. Mm-hmm. I don't know why I said it like that.
Dang. B,
Nothing too exciting.
How has I don't even know if this is how it works with you, but how has COVID like affected the way that you think about your job? Has it affected any way that you think about your job?
I don't know. I mean, you just have to be like you basically assume anyone that comes in has COVID. And so you just have to like be super careful all day long and not go near people. You got to wear all this stuff and it's just annoying.
Did it stress you out at one point? And can you tell like the stress in others that work at the hospital?
Yeah. I mean, I do a lot on the COVID ICU floor and like you could tell it's getting to the nurses there who just see it day in and day out because we're just overflowing. I mean, it's better now, but
right.
I mean, it's hard to see that just every day and read about it in the charts, but
yeah.
And I'm sure it's like you're at a major hospital, so you're seeing it, firsthand. Like it's one of the
in
biggest
Dallas
hospitals
too.
in the biggest city.
Yeah.
So that's crazy stuff.
Brendon, do you guys see a lot of homeless people? Is that a thing that happens with your hospital, or are there certain hospitals or clinics that get the majority of homeless people?
I mean, Parkland gets the most because I don't know, they have all these programs for people without insurance and low income patients and that kind of stuff. But we get some, especially like in the ER, they'll come in.
Yeah.
If it gets super cold outside, people come in more. That's just different things.
Dude, I can't imagine what the homeless people were going through during this snowpocalypse, man. That's so sad.
I know.
It's so crazy, dude. Because even when it's like 50 outside, if you're not in like warm clothes and you're out there like for a prolonged period of time, it gets freaking cold.
I was wearing like sweats, multiple jackets, and a beanie just on my couch because it was cold inside.
Yeah.
I can't imagine.
It's wild. I know in Austin they kept the shelters open. They have heating. I think they call them heating stations. Basically a place where people just go to get warm. And then they had the homeless shelter open 24 hours. And they were opening it to like pets because some people have animals that they have with them. And I guess normally it's not available for those people with pets. So it was cool to see that Austin was kind of stepping up in that way. But dude, the homeless in Austin is, I don't really remember what it was like whenever I was a kid, because just traveling through and like the occasional visit to Austin when you're a kid. But now it seems like it's pretty gnarly. Like 7th Street is like the whole, like right by 7th Street and probably the block or two in between 7th and I-35. It's just where the homeless people kind of chill because that's where the shelter is. And so
that's messed up, dude. Where they chill? That's crazy.
Yeah. Some of them are real chill. One homeless guy came up to us and like, obviously like, some people just ask for money. Like some people are just like, hey, give me some change, or like, please help me or whatever. Or like, I don't have a house, please, blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. No, I'm just kidding. But they ask for stuff. And then this one guy came up to us and we were kind of like, like it's hard to give them the benefit of the doubt. Like you could feel sorry for them, but it's hard to be like, oh, like, this guy's not going to ask me for money. Like you just kind of assume they are, because that's what most of them do. And so this one guy came up to us and he like performed an act for us. It was cool. He was like, where you guys from? Like, well, I got 3 jokes for you. And if you like the jokes enough, maybe you can help me out, at the end. And so he told us these 3 jokes that kind of like, they didn't actually revolve around where you're from. It's a very general joke that he can just plug your hometown into or plug wherever you live, So it was pretty cool. And he did 3 of them. And he's like, all right, you guys think you can help me? And of course, like, I don't ever carry cash, which I don't know if it's a good or bad thing, but like, it sucks in situations like that when they're attempting to provide some sort of service or some sort of like entertainment in exchange for help, and you can't really give back to them. But I mean, I just thought it was cool that he was trying to do something besides just be like, hey, give me something.
It's tough, man. It's tough. And I think that, I don't know, I think the snow thing really showed like, I think California is probably, like those warm states like that are going to have, just always going to have, a homeless population, unless they can have some sort of solution to it. But I mean, it's just like, man, if you're homeless, why wouldn't you try? If you had an opportunity to go over there, it's like, there's no telling how many people, died or just got sick and will died from the thing that we just had. But
yeah, pretty crazy.
So you mentioned not having cash. So I never have cash, but randomly I have like $7 in my wallet right now. And I was at the gas station just like buying a drink, like a $1 Coke Zero from Racetrack, shout out. And I get up to the front, and their credit card machine's out. But I was like, oh, I have cash. And she's like, okay, cool. And I like pay in cash. And then as I'm like leaving, I was like, oh, it's my lucky day that I had cash. I never carry it. And she's like, oh, I would have just given it to you. I was like, dang, man. I should have kept my mouth shut.
That's crazy.
So never carry cash is the lesson there.
Or never tell people you have cash.
She shouldn't have said that.
Yeah, maybe she's just saying that. Just to mess with you.
What if you got like a bag of chips and a drink and like some candy or some gum? You think she still would have said that?
I think she was trying to be savage, so I think she would have said anything.
She's like, hey.
No hat.
Oh, no cap, dude. No hat, no cap, man. That's what I'm talking about. Good old Blue Eyes himself back in the game, man. I like it.
Blue Eyes White Dragon over there.
I don't like that.
You said, dude.
Nah. Hey, Zach. Are there any leagues in Granbury for like basketball or whatever, softball?
Softball, because it's outdoor, but not basketball or anything.
Are you doing it? You never liked softball very much.
Nah, I've gotten into running recently, but I don't know. That brings a good subject up. What are you guys looking forward to when everything opens up again? Because, I mean, I don't know how you probably know better than I, but I figure with all the vaccines and the cases going down, that summer could be, a time where it's more normal than it's been like a couple years or, a year.
I'm just looking forward to sporting events again. That's like my favorite thing to go to, and I haven't been able to.
Yeah.
Like tech games back in the day.
Yeah.
Those are fun.
I mean, you could still go to a tech game, but whatever.
We could walk by that bridge where the cars used to roll over us.
Dude, I can't believe that many cars almost rolled over us.
That's crazy.
Remember I made that little compilation of you doing that? I don't know what happened to that. I
must have been so bored that day.
I used to record it every time you did it. That walk from Raiders Pass. Dude, it's so weird that I was talking to Zach about this. I think it was yesterday, actually. But me and you have lived together longer than Zach and you ever did. And you guys.
Zach and I were like 3 months. Dang.
Yeah.
We were 2 years, baby.
Any more and I wouldn't have liked you.
Any longer, we would have been common law married, bro.
Yeah.
I'd be over in Dallas right now with you and Kate.
Aaron and I had some experiences together.
Zach, one time I started hanging out with Brendon and his crew because I didn't have any friends. And we went one night, dude, it had to have been midnight B? It was late. We did something and then they never
stay up.
They were like, let's go to Whataburger, Brendon's friends. And so we're like, okay, cool. And it just so happened that it rained the one time in Lubbock, but it was like a heavy rain and like some of the roads were flooded because the infrastructure down there isn't meant to handle any sort of water. And so the roads were flooded and we were on Milwaukee. We were driving to the Whataburger down there and we saw this kid pushing a car in the middle of a lane. And like, it was a kid, you could tell it was like a teenager. And we were like, oh shoot, he stalled out because he probably hit a big puddle and it shut on his undercarriage and shorted out something. And so we were like, dude, we should help him. So we stopped, we got out, we helped him push his car into a parking lot and it was soaking wet. Like we were probably in like water like this thick. So our feet were soaked. It was still pouring rain and we had to walk through that puddle where his car was and help him push. And so we got to the parking lot and we were like, all right, bro, is there anything else you need? Like, how can we help you? And he said, my phone is dead. Can you guys let me borrow your phone? So
remember he said he didn't have it because he didn't want his parents to track him. He snuck out of the house.
He snuck out of his grandma's house.
Oh, what an idiot.
he snuck out, left his phone, and so he had my phone, and he sent a picture. Like, he texted his buddy, he called him multiple times, and he was like, I forgot the guy's name, but dude, answer the effing phone. Like, answer. Hey, it's me, Brandon, you idiot. Please answer. And then he called him and he wouldn't answer. And he texted him and all that stuff. And eventually he sent a selfie of himself. And it was the funniest looking selfie. Like, he made a weird face, dude. Like, yeah, it was such a strange face, but he could have just taken a normal picture. It wasn't even like a mad face. Like, he had every right to be mad at this guy for not replying. And it wasn't like a mad. He was just like some weird.
No telling what's going through that
funny.
Guy's mind. That's nuts.
It was so freaking funny, dude. I still have the picture.
Have it. Yeah, somewhere I have it.
I'll pull it up.
It's too good.
Dude, the elements always win in Lubbock. The wind, the rain. I saw one kid one time, I was walking to class and there was still some ice on the ground. And I saw him try to ride his bike on ice. And he literally, as soon as he got on, he just went a foot and then he fell to the left, obviously. People don't handle that.
Did you laugh? Or did you try?
I turned my headphones up and then I just kept walking.
Zach, tell us that story about your buddy we don't have to name names.
Dude. All right. So
wait, time out. Look at this.
Why would he send that picture?
Dude, I don't know. I don't know why he sent this, but he was like, he said, Ryan, please, Ryan, I'm dead ass. Pick the F up. Dead ass. That's another saying.
Dude, you need to text that number and say, like, hey, dude, what ended up happening? You just got to find the rest of that story out.
You do.
But so that story with that guy that'll remain nameless. It was I was getting off the bus to go to a biology class, and this guy literally was a couple doors down, and I noticed him get on my bus, and it was a biology class, and and so I was like, man, this is crazy. We went to the same class. We did that a couple days. I'm like, I'm gonna talk to this dude. He seems like a nice fellow, and I'm gonna have a friend to study with for biology. And so now to look at him, you'd say, like, you know, if he was going to play somebody in a movie, he wouldn't play Brad Pitt's part. He would probably play a guy that was a little bit nerdier, right? He's kind of if you looked at him, he looked like a little bit of
the guy that's like
a very studious guy. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
maybe that dude. And so one day we go to class and I talk to him, and he's from like a town right next to ours and all the kinds of stuff. And he's a really cool guy. And we start walking, and then we walk back to the bus, and we're just waiting for the bus. And I'm talking to him, and we're both close to the road. And then I see this truck just it's going, and it slows down really weird because it's a high traffic area. It was really weird for that truck to slow down like they were looking at us. And I'm like, man, this is really suspicious. And so then it's like right when they get in front of us, the guys roll down the window. It's like four cowboys with all their hats still on and whatnot. And they went out the window, and then he yells, nerd, and then he just rolls out the window and drives off. He was talking to the guy next to me, and then the guy next to me is like, I'm just like, dude, that's weird that just happened. I didn't say that, but I was thinking that. And then I was like, and then the guy next to me is like, whoa, that's wild. Who do you think they're talking to? And we were the only two at the bus stop. So I was like, man, I don't know, dude.
It could have been anybody.
It could have been anybody, really. He could have just said it.
That's so funny, bro. I can't. That sounds like a fake story. That's so funny.
Isn't that crazy? That's really happened. It was a really bizarre event. There could have been worse things I could have said about the guy.
Comedically humorous.
Yeah, it is. Doc.
That reminds me of when we were at our friend's house at Raiders Pass, and we were walking back from their apartment to our apartment. And there's these guys up on the top balcony. And then the girl was like, I bet they're just standing up there rating girls. And she's like, ugh. And then all of a sudden you just hear from the balcony, 6.
That's so funny.
I died.
Dude, that is hilarious. Dude, those both seem fake. Do you think they heard her say that? Or do you think they were literally rating girls?
I don't think she said it out loud, but That's just a lot of coincidence for me. I don't know about that.
That's so funny.
Brendon, tell the story about why one day or like in the middle of the night you noticed police cars and stuff at the apartment complex when you lived there.
Well, first of all, Trevor noticed and decided not to wake us up, even though he said there's like 20 police cars outside our apartment. And apparently some kid was on like bath salts or something crazy. And he lived on the third, I think it was 3 floors up. So on the 3rd floor, and he just jumped out of his window and then ran and like tried to hide in the pond. And then so the next day we went and looked, and you could see the broken window, and then just like these 2 footprints that go like 5 inches into the ground. Like he just landed on his feet.
That's so funny.
But I was so mad at Trevor for not waking me up for that. Like that.
I know, for danger.
Made up for.
That's crazy.
God, dude.
That's what happens at that apartment complex.
Bath salts.
You think like, man, I don't know, man. If it's a difference between like winning a medal in the Olympics and not taking bath salts, or winning a medal in the Olympics and taking bath salts, would you try it once?
I would take a bath with them, I guess.
Is that how you get high? Is it you absorb them through your body, your pores?
I would do it, but I'd pour it on some unflavored food first. So
Yeah,
that way it's like the best of both worlds.
No, you wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that.
No, I would do bath salts if it meant I would win an Olympic gold medal. But I would do it. I would do it
responsibly.
I would do it way after the medal, unless it was like unless it was like bath salts to get the medal.
No, that's how you win. It's that energy that
you can't do it after. That doesn't make sense.
You gotta have that.
I thought
break
you meant
through
like
glass and land in the grass kind of.
I thought it was like I thought you were saying like if you were to do bath salts at some point, then you would win an Olympic medal. Like if you were to, like the scenarios where it's like, Brendon, would you make out with a guy for 5 seconds for $100,000?
No.
I guess that's not helping my point, but would you?
That's the easiest yes I've ever heard in my life. Yeah.
Brendon, I've seen you do it for free, dude. Don't even play around.
You can't lie on this. People don't know us. That's not a true story.
It's not a lie.
But even if it is, dude, you have a girlfriend. That's not a big deal, you know?
That's true.
Hey, Bronner, look her up on Facebook. Don't add her, though.
Dang, dude, she's gonna get millions of friend requests now.
I know.
You shouldn't have done that.
I'll take her phone and I'll decline them all.
You'll take her phone.
And I'll block Zach.
We've talked about her
Only
twice
Zach?
now at the beginning and the end.
You'll decline all the friends, but you'll block only Zach.
I'll block Zach. And
That's
I'll
crazy, dude.
poke my profile.
Do you want me to erase her number from my phone?
Why is it in your phone?
Anyways, Aaron.
Oh, shoot. Storm. Can you hear that?
Yeah, perfect.
Is that thunder?
Yeah, it's nasty. It was like hailing earlier.
That's crazy.
It's kind of scary.
Dude, that sounded like, what that sounds like is somebody moving their trash can from a trash can with wheels. That's what it sounds like.
That's fair
to me.
That'd be crazy if you panned the computer around and like Kate was just like behind him with like all these different things making different noises to sound like.
Just had a big trash can.
Yeah, they live in a really interesting place where a lot of stuff happens and stuff. Just wanted to do like that.
Could be.
What's Kate doing on a night like this, Brendon?
Kate went to Salt Lake City to go skiing.
Wow, she didn't invite you?
No. Is that what love is?
That's funny. Man, Salt Lake's I've never been there. I don't know why I brought it up, but skiing is fun. That's what I was gonna say.
Salt Lake's really nice on the TV.
Yeah. We have a lot of salty lakes around here. Yeah.
What relationship advice do you have for someone like me who's like, just trying to make it with this girl?
Oh, what do you want to do, man? Listen, dude, she's a nice girl, right?
Mm-hmm. Real nice.
So this is what you do, dude. This is what you have to do. right? You got a 5-step plan, right? First, right? You make her fall in love with you.
Yep.
Check.
Okay.
Oh, shoot.
Then you make her depend on you, right? So maybe she needs you to give her a ride to work. Maybe, maybe her cell phone breaks accidentally and she needs you to be able to contact the outside world, okay?
That's okay.
Third, break off contact entirely.
With
right?
me and her?
Yeah, completely. Okay?
Ghoster.
I'm not sure I follow. Okay.
Ghoster, okay?
You'll get it at
Then,
step 5.
Step 4, right? You get another girl to get her jealous.
Okay,
Yeah.
it's not gonna like this. Okay.
Okay. Step 5, do it all again.
I've waited all that time for
Did
that.
you write that down?
I got a pen right here.
That's funny. Dang. Brendon, any songs you've been learning on the guitar?
I've barely been playing. What was I playing the other day? Nothing new. I've been working on this keyboard one for a long time, but
How do you play that on the guitar?
it's tough, man.
Dude, it'd be cool. One of you guys should buy a keytar. Like there's like a guitar, but has like those things. Those are cool.
Dude, that would be perfect for me because I never finish any song I learn on the guitar or the keyboard. So maybe I'll finish because it's combined.
Right there.
The only time I've ever seen those used is in Van Halen.
Wow.
Right? Don't they have it? No, I think I'm making that up. Never mind. X-nay that one.
Have you seen it in SpongeBob? Bubble Bowl.
Dude. What did you think of the Super Bowl, Brennan?
I kind of wanted the Chiefs to win because obviously Patrick Mahomes, name drop. If you're listening, Patrick, let us know.
He listens, dude. I put this the link to this podcast I went to Texas Tech in 2010 through 2019 Facebook group. So
Did you actually?
No, I didn't, but
hey, you know who else is in that group is this guy from The Bachelorette.
Really?
Yeah, he almost won. His name's Ivan. It's kind of wild. But the game kind of sucked because it wasn't that close at the end, so I didn't even watch the very end of it. Yeah. And it should have been the Packers. I think we can all agree, yeah?
I think the Packers have made it a better game.
You a Packers fan?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Prove it. Do you have any sort of merchandise or gear to prove it?
I have some Packers boxers, socks, a couple shirts, Aaron Rodgers jersey, and a Chiefs hat.
Wow.
I didn't know you had boxers. That's pretty wild. Do you wear those on game day?
Sometimes. Depends if I would need the luck or not.
It depends if you're superstitious or just a little stitious.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. Hey, you guys chat it up. I'll be right back. I got to go fix something over there.
All right.
We're not pros at this.
Brendan, let me tell you something. This is our podcast now. You understand that? We can say whatever we want. No repercussions. This is our stuff right now, man.
Hey, what's the name of this podcast again?
Well, now it's called the Big Time Zach Villa and Mr. Blue Eyes podcast, but the original is the AV Club.
AV Club. We gotta change that to our stuff. I like what you had. That's fine.
Yeah, I think that works. So, where are those places behind you? Is that just like places you want to go, places you've been, things that look nice?
These are places that Kate thought looked nice enough to buy them.
Yeah.
And I said, I'll hang them on the wall. I have no idea. One of them is the town with the waters, which I'm pretty sure is Venice, Italy, but I'm not 100%.
That makes sense.
Actually, all 4 of them are that. So I'm going to go with that.
Hey, after this rain spell we're about to have, we're all going to be a bunch of towns with waters, dude.
That's Lubbock after a few inches of rain. Am I right?
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, man.
Yeah. Zach, what's the craziest thing that happened at Texas Tech for you?
I'm at Texas Tech for me. Let's see.
Like games or just on campus or at the rec center?
There's got to be something.
What'd you ask him?
there's a lot of different stuff, man.
The craziest thing that he experienced whilst at Texas Tech.
I don't know. Let's see. We almost played against Baker Mayfield in basketball. That was pretty cool. We almost got in a fight on the basketball court because of Trevor.
Trevor, man.
Like a lot of cool games.
You were not. Oh, that was with Aaron when we beat the football team in intramurals to go to the championship.
That was wild, bro. We had a whole crowd watching this.
Those crowds were huge for intramural games.
Yeah, the bleachers at the rec were filled, like the metal ones at the bottom, and then the ones on the second story were filled with people.
Were people like lining the side too? Like the next court over was closed, and they're just.
Dude,
I bet that was fun.
It was so cool.
A lot of fun.
It was so freaking cool. And then was it Vasher? Did he get a dunk or did he try to get a dunk?
He tried to dunk it on our whole team, but I got out of the way and I think he missed it.
Yeah, he missed it for sure. That was so cool.
Do you think you guys were, because you're playing the football team, do you think that you're the underdogs? It's like, oh, hope these guys win. Or do you think that everybody is like, oh, the football team, we love football. I hope the football team wins. Do you think you guys were like the favorite or like
I bet people wanted just to see something cool with the football team, like cool dunks. I don't think they really cared who won. But like when it's such an intense game, it doesn't really matter who's playing. It's just like it's cool to watch. So they were like, it was so cool though. It was late at night. It was like, it was like the last game, right?
It's a primetime game.
It was prime time, man. Except we were on actually that's the best court, right? That was the best court.
Court 2.
Yeah.
Hey, do you remember Norrance Odiase? For those who don't know, he's part of the national championship runner-up team. He's warming up with the other team during warm-ups.
Yes.
So we were like, wait, is he on their team?
Dude, yeah, dude, it was crazy.
And then he's just, I don't know why
he's so big. In person, he's gigantic.
I went and talked to him, and I was like, dang.
Yeah.
What'd you say to him?
I said, hey, my sister's Lauren Clough, because randomly he's friends with her. Yeah, I forget what he said now, but.
That's
dude,
cool. Isn't
it crazy that we're past college age, but all these athletes, and I don't know if it's just because I've always grown up like this, but they still look old. I feel like they still look way older than me. Like they're like in their either 18, 19, 20, but I feel like still like they look older than me.
Yeah.
And sometimes I forget that they are like probably 4 or 5 years younger than me. Most of them.
It's weird. Yeah. I agree. I'm just waiting until I get old enough to gosh dang look like I'm 20 or something, man. I don't even, if I shave, they look like they're 10 years older than me. It's weird that back in the day, like especially when you guys were getting into high school, that generation of people, they looked like grown adults in high school. Like Booble in that class, like up, they look like legitimately grown men playing high school basketball. And so that's why I was like nervous to play sports, because I was like, dude, these guys have full beards and like hairy shoulders. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, it makes sense. Think about how different. I mean, it's also, probably because we're kids and we see them and they're all so tall too. But I mean, like think about the difference between somebody being 18 and somebody being like 14. Like the difference in those 4 years is so much. Like you're literally just 14 is a year removed from 13. And you know what I mean? Like if you're 13, like you're still like, I don't know, riding bikes around with your friends and playing with toys. I don't know what you're doing at 13, but it's just, it's pretty crazy.
Yeah, I get you. That's weird though. That's weird. Brendon, what's the craziest thing that happened to you at Tech?
I don't know. I'd have to think on that for a bit. A lot of weird stuff happens there.
Give me your.
Remember my truck got stolen? I guess that's pretty crazy.
Oh, dude, I didn't forget about that. That's so freaking crazy that happened. Your truck got stolen, and then like a week later, mine got broken into, and the radio got stolen.
When we were saying bye to Zach because he was driving home, and I looked over, and your window was just gone. I was like, oh.
Yeah, I was like, I thought you were kidding. Like your truck had just happened, and I was like, okay, yeah, whatever. And then we looked, and then my window was on the ground in 1,000 pieces.
Yeah.
That was nuts. That's the craziest thing. I guess that is Lubbock has like the #1 vehicle theft rate in Texas
per
right?
person. Yeah, I did a bunch of research after.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
It's crazy. It random.
I still look for it. Still look for my truck. It's been over 2 years now.
Dude, I'm glad you didn't get it back because now you have a sweet car. You drive a Corvette convertible with
Yeah, man.
what is it, a V12 in it?
Yeah, I got rid of the Ferrari a while back. Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought the flames were too much, but you know what? When you're going really fast, sometimes it really looks like there's real flames.
It
So I
looks
thought that
pretty
was cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought the yellow is a pretty standard color for Corvettes, but I'm not too big of a fan of it, but whatever.
Yeah.
People don't like the clear the window effect on the hood so that you can always see the V12, but
Yeah.
I think it's pretty cool.
Hey, man, if you got it, flaunt it, you know? That's
Right.
what I'm thinking.
To each their own, it's whatever.
Mm.
That's wild. That's the craziest thing that happened to you, though. I guess it is pretty crazy that happened, but is that the craziest thing you think?
I think.
I'll tell you
Something crazy happened to you?
The craziest thing happened to me. I completely forgot about this until I don't know what made me bring it up in my memory banks, but something stirred this up. And so I didn't go as a freshman. I went to JUCO and then I transferred my sophomore year. So my sophomore year, my first year at Texas Tech, a lot of people that I had, a couple of guys that I went to school with in Granbury at high school, they were at Tech. So they kind of showed me like some of like the cool places to go out to. And y'all remember Soho?
Mm-hmm.
The club, it was the 18 and up club. So it was like one of the clubs you could go to 18 and up. That wasn't, you didn't have to be 21. And so that's where like all the freshmen went until I think it got shut down. But Soho was the spot for like freshmen, sophomores, whoever wasn't 21. And it was just dirty. Like you just, you hear rumors about it and you're like, dude, everybody goes. And it was like dirty. Like I think it was half indoor, half outdoor. Looked like a club that you would go to when you're on the indoor part. It looked like a DJ, there was like a legit like mosh pit, like a railing, and then like two like looked like handicap ramps, and then just like a pit area, like where people would just dance, I guess. Like,
mm-hmm.
And anyways, remember my buddy was trying to get with this chick there, right? He was trying to dance with her, and she had a friend, and her friend was like, not pretty. She was chubby.
She is not your type with that.
Yeah, she was not my type at all. Yeah, my face says it all. She was ugly. But anyways, she she was with this girl that he was trying to dance with. And I happened to be there with him and another guy, but the other guy had a girlfriend. And so he was like, bro, I need you to wingman for me. And I was like, sure. I've never done that before. What do I do? Just tell me what to do. I got you. And he was like, you see this chick? I'm trying to dance with her, and this other chick won't leave us alone, her friend. So you gotta take her off my hands. And I was like, you want me to dance with her? He was like, do whatever, like just to get her away from us so that I could talk to this girl. And I was like, oh gosh, all right, whatever, I got you, bro. So he went up to her and I was walking with him, and he was like, you guys want to dance? So he just right away just threw dancing out there. Like, he's like, yeah, let's dance. And so he grabbed that other girl's hand and dragged her, and that girl grabbed my hand, and she was like, oh shoot, it's game time. Like someone's coming to dance with me. Heck yeah. Cause nobody was, poor girl, nobody was dancing with her, but it was the weirdest thing I've ever done in my life. Cause she was like grinding on me and like getting really close to me. And I was like, I didn't know what to do. I was like scared, and I was like, oh my gosh, is this what college is? Dude, I never went back to Soho ever again. That was like the craziest thing that happened to me. Cause like up until that point, I went to a few parties, but I didn't do anything like, and I had never done anything like that. Never heard of like wingmaning or like, it was so weird, bro. It was funny though, but looking back, it was funny, but
it traumatized you, dude, apparently.
Yeah, man.
It's funny.
It was crazy. But other than that, like, we didn't ever go out to whenever me and B lived together, we never went out, especially when the freaking national championship run was happening those 2 years. Like, and the car got burnt and people were like riding on Broadway. Was that Broadway?
Yeah.
Dude, that was nuts. But we didn't go because it obviously wasn't smart to just, to go where they're burning a car. But
it's a good idea. Yeah.
Other than that, I can't think of anything else. Nothing really crazy happened.
I don't know, man. We met a guy there when my first year there, and Brendon's probably second year there, in the hot tub, and we're like, he asked what year we were or whatever, and he said he was like an 8th year senior or something like that, right, B? And he said this is the best time of your life. Why try to shorten it or something like that?
That's the attitude over there.
Yeah, dude. It's interesting philosophy. It was an 8th year senior, probably on cocaine philosophy.
I don't know a single person that, like, I don't personally know anybody that's gone to Tech strictly because of the academic program, except for maybe Brendon.
Yeah.
You got a scholarship.
I originally went there because it was pretty affordable compared to the other schools.
Yeah. And then everybody else I talked to was just like, dude, yeah, party school, party. Pretty crazy. Pretty crazy that us three went there.
Studied.
Right? Our friend group of all the people in the world went there, and none of us.
We don't do anything like that. We went geocaching.
Not me. Don't lump me in.
That was the two Ryans.
Yeah, I didn't go there. Remember, Brendon, you guys used to play Pokemon a lot? I wasn't down for that, though.
I never played that.
I'm just messing with this.
That must have been you, man.
No, dude, not since I was a kid. But I don't know, dude. I'm down for whatever. Down to try new things, man.
Dang. We've already been on this for about an hour and 15 minutes, boys.
Dang, man. You're going to have to cut it up.
What percentage of 36 hours is that?
Carry the one. I don't know, brain. You're the brain. You tell me.
That's easy. It's 5.4%.
There's no way.
Yeah.
How did it go from 1% to 5.4?
Because time elapsed between the two, and it's causing the percentage to go up.
Time goes number up.
Time goes on.
Let me tell you something, dude, about time. Right? It can only go up. It can only be more.
That's crazy, dude. Everything you just said is in the past now.
It's in the past now. I want to regret that, but it's in the future. I'm from that moment, I'm in the future right now, so I shouldn't do that.
Move to your right a little bit. There you go. All right.
This is what Zach's doing.
Yeah, dude. It's called the rule of 3/3, man. You don't want to be right in the middle. You want to be in this side of it.
Is that a photo and video technique, Aaron?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. No, but I mean, you can be in the middle if you want. It doesn't really matter. But.
I'm directly in the middle. I think it depends on what you're doing, but yeah, that is a rule. That is definitely a rule. One of the most commonly used rules there is. All right, boys. Do you guys have any projects coming up? Brendon, I know you're in the pharmacy world. I don't think you have any projects unless you're handing out pills to the homeless. But
I'm doing some research projects, but nothing that would interest any of you or any of these listeners.
How do you know?
We're using phenobarbital in alcohol withdrawal patients who are resistant to symptom-triggered benzodiazepine use.
Okay, so
comparing it to our CWA protocol.
Give me an example.
We just give phenobarbital to these alcohol withdrawal patients. That's the example.
That's cool.
65 milligrams, 130, 260. Obviously, we're worried about things like, over sedation or LFT increases, transaminitis, stuff like that.
Transaminitis.
Transaminitis.
You guys are worried about the trans?
He wants to make sure the trans-sevenitis all have their rights. They should have the rights just like any other American.
Oh, so you're for trans-sevenitis.
I don't know what to say.
Yeah.
I don't want to be canceled.
Hey, you're done, dude. That was all we needed.
That's all, dude.
I'm clipping that. That's going to be the thumbnail. It's going to be you like this. And then it's going to say Brendon against trans.
Wait, can we all do something for a thumbnail though? Like,
Yeah, Aaron, you have a normal face, and me and Brendon are looking at you like you're crazy. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
All right, ready, set, go. All right. Zach, what about you? You got any projects coming up?
Dude, working on some videos and stuff, trying to go behind the scenes of some restaurants and local eateries around here. So I'll probably send you something we can post in Granbury. So I'll try to hit you up with something like that so you can hit me up with a repost.
All right, that sounds good. Brendon, give your social media a shout out, bro. Maybe you'll get a follower or two from this.
I forgot.
You
it's
can
either
you can look it up. You can look it up.
Oh shoot.
Zach, you don't have any social media.
Off the grid, dude.
You're kind of off the grid. Kind of.
Off the grid, except I'm doing podcasts that last over an hour.
Dude.
At Bren Songs.
How do you spell songs?
Like Trey Songs. SONGZ.
Yes, sir. Nice.
That's my celebrity lookalike.
On Instagram and Twitter, or just your Instagram or whatever?
I think I changed Twitter to Brendon Doncic because everyone says I look like Luka Doncic.
You kind of do. I see it. You're more fit than Luka, low key, but
appreciate that. 60
your
pounds down.
Your beard is a little red, but more red than his. But I do see it. Zach, where could people see your stuff if you don't have any social media? Is there any way?
Let me tell you where they can see it, dude. I don't know yet, but I'll let you know that one. Then you can repost it.
It's in the works, right?
It's in the works.
Zach is
join the army.
Zach is about to he's about to open up a social media Instagram, and really just Instagram. Because Zach makes videos. That's what he does. I don't know if you need that, B, but Zach makes videos. And
he sends me one every now and then, and they're always hilarious. They make me cry with laughter.
He's a videographer and a soon-to-be cinematographer, and so he's got to have a platform to showcase his work. So I'm trying to get him to get an Instagram, but
yeah,
so far nothing.
We'll have it. It'll have to happen sooner or later.
Yeah, hopefully sooner than later.
Hey, next time we do this, if we do it on Zoom, if we do it on Zoom, let's have a. You ever see those things for like the class where they have a fake kidnapping?
No.
Yes. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
And for Ryan, like if it's like a Zoom class B, somebody's friends will come in, they'll have masks, and like they'll abduct the guy without him knowing, like right in the middle of class, and the professors will be like, "What?" So I said we have something like that planned when next time Ryan and Ryan are here.
Okay.
With us.
And then Zach
had a real kidnapper though.
Zach had a good idea of having a guest come on. So I'm not going to tell you, B. I might tell Zach, might not. But if we Zoom again in the near future, or really anytime, I might have a guest come on like halfway through and surprise you guys.
Shoot. Patrick Mahomes.
Cool. Yeah, I mean, I've been talking to him, and he's been a little busy recently, but his schedule cleared up just a tad. So
yeah. Well, now it's busy again.
Yeah, now you got a baby, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, with his awesome girlfriend. I guess wife now, or fiance, whatever.
Something like that. It's just labels, man. Love is love.
That's true. Brendon is pro-trans. Anyways, all right, guys. Thanks for joining me on this show. That was cool. Hopefully we do it in person sometime.
Thanks.
You're welcome, guys. I love you. You guys have a good night.
All right, buddy. I love you.
You as well.
Love you, dudes. All right, bye.
I have to press another button.